Hello, wherever and whenever you are, and welcome back to QuestJunkiesUK, welcome back to the Feywild, and welcome back to Prismea, shattered as it is into 3 realms by the Hourglass Coven, and our adventurers are in the second shard of Prismea, known as Thither, the birthplace and childhood home of our friend Emin over there in the far corner. But we shall get to that in just a moment. Massive thank you to everyone for joining us today, as we are happy to have all of you there in chat. Absolute pleasure as always, my friends. I always like when I have to scroll up to see who's in chat, because it's been so active already. Thank you, everybody. JR, my friend, first and foremost in there. Grim Samson, how you doing, Mike? Nuke Lane, hello. Phantom, as always, a pleasure. Baron, you too, of course. Good to see you. Mooncloud, I always go to automatically high five you, but you stopped doing that. Pew pew did you as well. Pew pew. And who else have we got here? Make sure I don't miss anyone. Turbo, hello. How you doing? Good to see you. And John Mambebig. I feel like John Mambebig sometimes. And good to have everyone in. Afternoon all. Okay, I was trying to figure out where people are. That sounds Western America. Western America or Canada.
Florida is nighttime.
Right, afternoon.
And...
Hawaii? In Hawaii? That'd be cool. Okay. Right. Welcome. Yes, that is correct. If we were talking about the lack of a certain Willy Grimm, they are away for a certain killer kittens. Yes, we do have standby Willy Grimm. Guten Tag, Willy.
I will do my best. Nope, my mother is a librarian, and you can tell the arched eyebrow stare and how effective that was on my students.
Absolutely. Okay, so big shout out to all of you already. Thank you for joining us, and all the wonderful people in the VOD squad as well. Thank you for catching up with those. If you would like to head on over to the YouTube and give that a follow, you can. You can say I'm a Twitch streamer. Follow us on YouTube. That's not the word for it, but yes, if you would like to go over there, you can see all of our VODs and all of our previous campaigns too, and all of the fabulous one-shots that we've done. And we're trying to catch up with the uploads slowly, little by little. I feel bad dumping a huge chunk of them in one day. Feel sorry for someone's timeline if they're subscribed. It's just okay.
Also me.
Oops.
Just like, wow, dang, Phoenix. You weren't kidding about the backlog.
Oh yeah. I am about a month behind, and we have 7 sessions a week. Okay, so welcome in everybody, and yes, East Coast. Gotcha. Thank you. Yeah, East Coast is nighttime, right? Yeah, that's right, JR. Yeah. And yeah. As you can see behind Daishida, that is actually a window behind her. It's not a backdrop there. Actual window.
No.
No light pollution where they live at all.
Yeah, gorgeous.
We actually don't have street lights near the house, so.
Actually, I was about to say, given the storm.
Yeah.
Well, we never have street lights on our street.
But even less so now. Right, okay, my friends, let us say some special thank yous to these wonderful sponsors of ours. I shouted them out a second ago, but let me do that again, because we have a few. We are very lucky to be supported by some wonderful people. Boop, these ones right here, in fact. The fabulous CZRPG, there's their Patreon there, fantastic stuff to drop into your games or use as one-shots, beautiful maps, etc. The wonderful Michelle and everyone at Phoenix Dice. You know those beautiful dice, and there is a coupon code for all of you wonderful people coming at you very soon. And the fabulous folks at Nathrax 3D Minis, beautifully painted and printed 3D Minis if you have a tabletop to populate. Now, speaking of the wonderful CZRPG, yeah, I did the one command catch-alls, Phantom, indeed. You know, make things a little easier, trying to streamline things a little bit. The wonderful people at CZRPG are sponsoring a giveaway, so I know a few of you have found it. Good luck, JR, Mooncloud, Phantom, Turbo, Nuke Lane in there already. ! Enter for your chance to win the Troubled Veil, a one-shot setting for any D&D game or campaign or otherwise you wish to do. Really good stuff from CZRPG. Jump in on that and stick around to the end and be there. And you can be lurking, that's okay, but if you're in chat, logged onto chat, we can give that to you and give you your download link on Discord or here on Twitch in your whispers. and you can enjoy that good stuff from CGRPG. Next, we have those 2 wonderful coupon codes for Phoenix Dice. And did I make it plural? Nope. Remember my own commands. How's that one? Hang on. Did I not turn it on? Sorry, folks.
Uh-oh.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties!
What did I call it? Memory work. New toys.
I have to remember the range of stuff that I've got. I keep forgetting about all of this combat stuff, but I'm like, oh, Faye are my favorite foe. My favorite foe.
Haha.
Thank you.
I know, I didn't do separate ones, Phantom. Thank you for trying though. Okay, I made a timer, but I didn't make a command. That's the problem. Okay, let's do that. Quickly, juggling. Here we go. Commands. Dramatic command typing with the music. Thank you, Sirenscape. Everyone, head over to Sirenscape.com for a free 30-day trial. Wonderful music and sound effects in your games wherever your players are all over the world. Fantastic stuff for D&D, Pathfinder, Call of Cthulhu, board games, all that kind of stuff. Boom. Okay. No, let's try that again. Thank you, Turbo. Everyone's trying to find them. What can they be? Are
they available to everyone, or is it a moderator thing?
It's coupons.
Coupons!
There you go. I put them all in one thing. Coupons. There you go. Coupons. 2 amazing coupon codes for you wonderful people to use. The code Odyssey, the collective noun for Phoenixes, and the code Odyssey over on Phoenix Dice for 15% off their wonderful stuff. And Michelle asked me to remind everyone they do have international shipping available for all of you from as little as $5. And
if you're shipping to Australia, it comes in like a week and a half. It was so fast.
Nice. Yes, Corey
That's
was
not
the lucky winner of one of our birthday giveaways.
It was just suddenly there, and I'm like, Arama.
Yay! Click like my throats. So Phoenix Dice is in Taiwan, so all shipping is international. Unless Carney Sideshow wins. Do something. Chris is there in Taiwan with her, but yes, not a bunch of people over there. Okay, and then of course there is Nathrax as well. QuestJunkiesUK for 15%, anything off $10 or more. Okay. Right, my friends. I think that is all the shoutouts. Oh no, I have to do the fabulous Evan Blair art, who did this beautiful character art for us. Look at it, it's gorgeous. There's his stuff. If you want gorgeous portraits of your OCs too, there you go. Right, okay, that said, let's remind ourselves what is going on. Last time our adventurers arrived here in Thither, and they met with Eliwick Tan, granddaughter of the famous Arafor Tan, who has popped up here, there, and everywhere, and she delivered to them a set of crown jewels, returned to the public domain by one Rift Raider party, ensuring that it ended up in this dimension and not the evil GM Workshop dimension, ruled over by the tyrannical Iron Fist of Rakam. We defeated him, and we should defeat him again. The group chat just popped up with a message randomly, like recently, having been quiet since the event. And I was like, "What's this?" I went over. It was Rakam is like, "I want a rematch." It was like a gif of I want a rematch.
Gladly.
Yeah, right, Emin. Yes, Emin. What? Colby and Charlie, who's usually here, and friends, made sure that those crown jewels, who were quote unquote the property of a forgotten queen. That was the random text that came up when we were generating our dungeon for Rift Raiders, and we have decided that was name. What's her name?
Zabilna.
Thank you, Zabilna, who was the Archfey in charge of Prismia before the Hourglass Coven took over. Now, Baron Dragonborn yanks that PD code. Yes. More click-clacks. More! Okay.
You have so many sets, though. It's got so many sets.
I know, there's so many beautiful things in there. I need to grab some. There's some very kind of Phoenix-esque ones as well, like some nice fiery ones. Excellent stuff.
I want the one with the gears.
Yes. Okay, so, my friends, you met with Eliwick and got those crown jewels, hearing that they could be useful in returning Zabilna to her former self once you reached the Palace of Heart's Desire at the center of Prismea here, lost in the mists at the moment. But as you continued on your way, your little friend Clapperclaw guided you towards Nib's cave, where it was told that you might receive some useful items. As you were making your way through the Feywild here, and you came across the old miser. Now, sorry, Corey, I meant to ask you this. You reacted really strongly to who this, and you knew who this person was.
Okay.
Is this an in-law?
So
in-law
context. Thing? So there is in Waterdeep.
Yeah.
The copper pieces are called nibs.
Oh, okay.
And so I was like, is this connected to Waterdeep nibness? Because their symbol is like, the symbol is like is like a griffin thing, and I'm like, is there griffin imagery around? What's going on? I need to know more. But I think they're just called nibs. But if there is a connection, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. But yeah, a miser from Waterdeep is who he was, and he was called Nib. So yes, look after those nibs, and the dragons will look after themselves. And you met with Nib and his ghostly accusers who were haunting him as he put his troubles behind him. So all of the ghosts of those he wronged in the past were forever over his shoulder. And good Japanese horror fashion. And you each received a magical gift. Give little reminders here. What did we get from Nib, Emin?
Emin got a pair of missile snaring gloves.
That's right, yeah. Missile snaring or something, wasn't it? Yes, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
You get the monk ability. It's so cool.
Is it
become monk?
Is it the same one where you get to throw it back if you reduce the damage to 0 or something?
If you reduce the damage to 0, you catch it.
Okay.
If it is small enough for you to hold in your hand.
Nice. Excellent. Okay, and Corey, your good self?
I have an hourglass that, if smashed, can summon a straight-up air elemental.
That is true, yes, indeed. That's going to be useful at some point.
It's also, I really like the fact it's an hourglass, given all the stuff going on. I'm just like...
The Hourglass Coven, indeed. Comic, hello! Waterdeep fun facts.
Yeah.
Yes, good to see you, my friend. And Daisha, what did you get?
What did I get?
Yeah, what was your present from Nib?
I don't know.
It was
Obviously,
a +1
very
Warhammer.
heartfelt decision.
I got the axe. I got the axe.
The
I got
+1
the.
axe.
It was a Warhammer.
That's right.
It was a Warhammer. Right.
It wasn't an axe because you wanted the axe, but you couldn't because the axe was two-handed.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I got a Warhammer.
Extra points for Corey.
Woohoo!
You get an extra 10 experience in this milestone campaign.
In the milestone game! Woo!
Yay!
Okay. And our good friend Villy got his cloak of protection, which is good for his squishy wizard warlock.
Warlock, but yes.
I mean, the character's so wizardly. I'm sorry.
I mean, right?
He is.
Mike.
I kept going like a wizard, and I didn't know he was a warlock till much later.
Maybe the real gift was the friends we made along the way, or. Mike, was it the friends they made along the way, then neglected and escaped from their glass jar, met a goblin, was convinced to butter themselves up in a frying pan, and was eaten by said goblin when they refused to do anything to save them? That, I think, is the lesson that we all learned last week. Now...
in Cora's defense, she woke up to Daisha crying, so...
Yes, that is true.
It's like, it's okay. It's like, I'm not gonna lie, my image, I could not unhear, so like a toe, like all week. I'm just like...
Oh, yeah, because the whole organism thing, vast organism thing.
That's not how my connects worked.
I just want to see Daisha just like doing the hammer grab like Natalie Portman in the new Love and Thunder.
Oh, the trailer drop?
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, it's not spoiler, right? It's in the trailer. If it's in the trailer, we can talk about it, right?
Yep.
I can't talk about anything else because I haven't seen it. But anyway, so, indeed. But there was also some talk of various brothers Willie's brother, who he had called out to when he was walking after that will-o'-the-wisp in Bavlona's cottage and almost leapt out the window after it. And then there was talk of Emin's brother, who had appeared on a wanted poster, clearly sought after by Scabather Nightshade, Granny Nightshade, the hag in charge of this part of Prismia, and wanted for stealing away some of her child labor. So, yeah, it's pretty easy which side to fall on here. Yes, just in general, don't side with the
how
hags.
many teachers? How many teachers are in this cult currently?
Yeah, right. And as you camped for the night, we had the said campestry incident, the campestry that was released from Bavlona's cottage, from the pantry in Bavlona's cottage, still ended up getting eaten. And
Yep.
brother Sporlax lost in Ravenloft. Well, never see them again. By the way, did we all see that our good friend Sir Tolivar has ended up in Ravenloft?
This
yes.
dude, I swear.
Also, Candlekeep Mysteries, our cleric, talking to her friend, the Traveller, learning interesting things about Kore's hair friend, Adonius.
Oh, yep. We
Yes.
watched that clip.
Yep.
That was a drop. I was like, oh, okay. Was not expecting that, but I am here for it.
Yes. Anyone who's new with us today or recent to the channel, it's not necessary by anything, so you can enjoy each individual adventure as is. Do not worry. But for those who are here so often, and thank you and lots of love to you all. It's so wonderful that you come and join us on our adventures so much. For those people who see all the different things, there are so many Easter eggs all over the place. The streams are well and truly crossed here. No ghost busting going on around here, I'm afraid. Okay, now, as you continued off into the woods, you came across that same goblin, the one that had camped and eaten up the little campestry, fishing in a pool in an open glade. And they were sat there just, minding their own business. And as they talked to you, they suddenly snarled and shifted, and bones crunched and cracked, and snouts elongated, like a proper, full-on, Michael Jackson change into the thriller one. And they became a Barghest, the lycanthrope-style goblin-shaped. Well, I say goblin-shaped. They are fiends who do shape change into goblins, but only to get closer to their favourite snack. Now,
Gross.
that is where we left things as the Barghest leapt across the shores of the pool towards our three friends here. And as you actually stop and take in the scene, tactically kind of looking around, preparing yourself, what can we do, where can we get ready, what can happen here, you may perhaps see why the goblin chose this spot, as there is the entire perimeter of the pool, all around the edge of the pool, is a large ring of mushrooms, as you can see in the map here. This is the clearing that you have arrived at here.
Ah, yeah.
There is a large mushroom circle around the pool, which we can investigate once the Barghest has been dealt with. Now, my friends, welcome to the game, welcome to the Feywild, and welcome to Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Alright, okay, welcome back everybody. And let us meet these wonderful people. Daisha, who are you in real life? Where are you at? And Who are you playing? That's the wrong way around. I was like, hang on. I've only said two, but where are you at?
I'm in Orlando. I am Stephanie. I play Daisha Sesti, who is a Yuan-Ti barbarian. I almost said rogue because I have a Sara in my brain. And she is unaware that this is the same goblin because she didn't see the goblin.
True.
But she is connected that goblins, snacks, goblins no good. Even though this gentleman is revealing himself to not be a goblin. But dun dun dun. But that's where she's at. Distraught that she, for the greater good, had to let that chemistry.
Yeah, Sirenscape has got covered.
Ooh, pretty.
So, and I am also the owner of Vex Vending, which is a cool creative vending machine throughout Central Florida. We also post about other creative vendors that are doing their cool thing throughout the United States and some in Australia in our stories. So go ahead and check us out, give us a follow, and then you can see updates on those as well and see them near you. Yeah.
Link over there.
What a come find us, guys. Thank you. I'll put a story. That'll be my story tomorrow. Will be about Australia's creative vending machines. I don't think there are many, but I know they have some.
Cool.
I'm excited.
Hey, Seb, how you doing? Okay, thank you, everyone. And Corey, speaking of Australia.
Oh, hi, I'm Scarlett Song, she, her. Today I am once again reprising my role as Corey, and for this combat encounter, I will also be very grim. So,
Some strange chimera.
Strange chimera. And for Corey's sake, Corey did in fact see the goblin doing the nomming. So she's just like
I think you heard the squeak of nomming, and
no, I didn't hear that. I was asleep for that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you just saw the contented goblin sleeping afterwards. Yeah.
I saw the contented goblin singing, and in her head she goes, I really should reframe that policy on gutting people while they're asleep. And and upon seeing this transformation sequence, goes, I thought we left the werewolves behind. All right, prepares for combat.
No, not when they could be fiendish werewolves. And last but not least, by any measure you care to employ, Emin Pastiche.
At least they're not airwolves.
Don't make me go. I'll go over there. I'll play it.
Stop.
No. Leave those in Barovia. My name is Colby. Tonight I will be playing Emin Pastiche, the fairy rogue. And he is a slight bit confused about the whole mushroom business, because he was out for all of that, and hasn't even looked in his bag since they've been traveling to see that the campestry's gone. So
indeed,
he's a little taken aback, especially since he finally had an opportunity to use his goblin language knowledge.
Yes.
And this guy was not a fan. So,
well, do not worry. Our good friend will be sponsoring us again very soon. Our good friend Frictionless Dan has got you covered as far as using your goblin language is concerned. But
hell yeah!
More on that later. But speaking of airwolves, that would be the best one to use, wouldn't it? Because it has the growly boy stuff in there, which none of the Feywild stuff does. This bar guest is not in the module, so. Sirenscape does not have us covered there, but we do have stuff.
I love how it sounds like vaguely like a motorcycle, so I'm just picturing like Yu-Gi-Oh 5D.
So little goblin with just little helmet on the top and little goggles on. It's like, yeah. All right, my friends, I need some initiative.
Of course you do.
god. Okay, hang on. Are we still putting this in? Because you said not to go to the thingy.
Huh?
Remember you said we were doing theater of the mind?
Yeah, but well, I mean, me and you can use the map.
Okay. Alright. Where is Vidius?
John,
should
it's gonna
also-
be a 9 for me.
Cheers, mates. I also need to get this little token up on here. Rawr.
Alright, I'm gonna have to roll for Villy manually.
There's that big boy. Look at him. Rawr.
He grows. Much brindles. I'm gonna use these ones.
Terrifying looking things.
For flop's sake! Villy's rolled a natural 20.
Hey!
Cool.
I have to
Oh
figure
my
out how to be a
goodness.
Villy. 1 second.
I got a 19, Joe.
Thank you.
Are you kidding me? Oh my god.
I'm okay,
Go
my
cry,
friends.
baby rogue.
19.
21 total for Villy.
Willie with a 21. Emin with a
But this is-
9.
Let's just attempt to
And
do.
yourself, Corey?
Scheiße.
Corey, how's yours, Corey?
Oh gosh, it didn't enter.
Hey, Tormented, how you doing? Alright, thank you. Emin, don't worry, the Barghest was slower.
Oh, cool.
You're not
Okay.
last. So, we should see, this could be one of those combats where it just dies before it gets a turn.
I mean, it depends.
Let's see.
We shall see.
Let's watch. Okay. Hey, my
Go.
friends. So, as our good old Vistarni battle music kicks off, I need to shout out those wonderful folks over on YouTube, everyone, Dubiosa Collectif, and our friends over there at Boom Noah as well. Noah and Dubiosa Collectif for this fabulous music, which you know you want in your life. Okay. And they've got the Dubiosa Collective have quite funny videos as well.
Okay. I was really hoping Willie would go like second or third.
We can have him surprised if you like.
No, I'm not giving you that.
Well, remember, you can voluntarily drop yourself lower in the turn order at any time.
No.
But it got a natural 20. I gotta reward that.
Okay, I'm gonna let the Phoenixes fly while you think about it.
Alright. So, where is Villy? Villy is strategically behind. How much of a distance is that? Cool, within range. Alright, cool.
Within rage. Rage. Within rage.
Within rage and range. Alright, so Villy
That's me.
Grimm is going to strategically place himself behind. That's German's not my good one. Villy Grimm is going to place himself strategically behind Daisha, who is clearly the largest entity with both axe and heavy duty artillery as such, and is going to. Like a faint of wisp of T cell comes out as like almost like a hypnotic like chiming of like a clock of like a pendulum swing. There's like flicks like spins the T ball a little bit so it's like and is gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Pew pew.
It's like,
Solid.
Have at it.
oh gosh, I'm managing so many character sheets again.
Thank you.
Not the GM this time. A 19 to hit.
That hits.
Ooh.
No, issue, Glenn. Take it easy. We'll see you soon.
Ooh, good. 8 damage.
Nice. What kind?
Force.
Eldritch Blast is Force, yeah.
Okie doke. Thank you. So yeah, it just goes zoom across the field towards this evil-looking creature. And it slams into him. Here it goes. Whoosh.
I'm trying to think of what a Villyria mark would be. It'd be like, I didn't know goblins could change their shape like that. Am I doing?
Okay. Wait.
Alright.
Went a bit Welsh. There you go. Yep. Daisha says T. Corey on deck.
I am. How many feet am I away?
You are 30, I believe.
Okay.
Double check.
So, perfect.
Yeah, 35. Yeah.
I'm going to, I know Willie just hit behind me, but I'm going to go run right up to the goblin's face.
Okay.
And
Aisha, what are you doing?
and use my hammer to just whack.
You just run
down.
out. You just run out of shots, so the camera stays there, and just Willie's just like crouched behind you, just like. Okay.
Wait. Okay, and that's going to be 22 to hit,
That'll hit.
and that will be 11 damage, bludgeoning.
Nice.
Nice.
And
Mike, that's got too many
think
characters
that's-
there. I think it's like Oya Yasumi.
Oh
like-
yeah, Yasumi.
You've
Yeah.
got the kanji and the hiragana. He has his own what's it called? The furigana.
and I feel like we don't get into combat often, so I'm gonna use my rage.
Yeah, you should.
Okay.
I will, and I get to roll on the wild surge table.
Yes!
Oh yeah.
I rolled a 7,
Which is.
and that is
You have it. Yeah.
flowers and vines temporarily grow around you until your rage ends. The ground within 15 feet of you is difficult terrain for your enemies.
Oh hell yeah! I approve.
Nice.
I approve.
I'm
Very
assuming
nice.
it moves with me, right? Like that would be the
Yeah, just as you run across the ground, it's just like around you. Yeah.
perfect.
Very fun.
When do you re-roll that? Because there's the things that make it trigger again, right?
Every time you rage, I think.
Yeah, I think it's per rage.
Every time I rage.
But I think there is something that you can re-roll like mid-combat as well. Have a quick peruse.
I'll research this.
I get to incite more chaos
Yeah.
for me. Thank you.
When
and
you enter your
was it?
rage, roll on the wild magic table to determine the magical effect produced. That's my turn. You guys can
Okay.
continue.
what was the
your-
damage? Sorry,
Wait,
I missed the damage.
So
Oh, it was
It
11
was-
bludgeoning.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm like,
Did you
that
add
is
the
long
one?
gone from my screen.
That's with
that
the.
includes the bonus one from the Warhammer magic, right?
I
It'll be
assume so,
automatic.
because it's
If it's on
on my sheet.
Yeah, it's from
Yeah,
the
if you
sheet.
clicked it, it'll automatically.
And that was all from the magic hammer. Pleasure. Yeah. Okay. So that's okay. So 11. Thank you. So yeah, you just go charging across. You just hear this whoop of fun and the zoomies kick in as Daisha goes charging through the trees and nimbly skips around the mushrooms and slams the Barghest right on the snoot for a whopping 11.
I'm done with
damage.
this.
Nice. It growls angrily. And that brings us to Corey.
Alright, Corey.
Deck.
Alright. Corey, who has like been like, here we go again, loads up her crossbow, and is going to use, oh gosh, favored foe. So I'm going to concentrate for the next minute, and this gives me.
What is your favorite foe?
So favorite foe, when you hit a character with an attack roll, you can mark the target as your favorite enemy.
Okay.
So it replaces, I think it replaces the other one.
Okay.
The first time on each of your turns that you hit the favored enemy and deal damage to it, including when you mark it, you can increase that damage by a d4.
Nice.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Hey, Fated Fables, thank you for the follow. We'll be sending you a followers
Yo-ho.
Discord invites after we're offline. Thank you.
I gotta do the Kaputskis. Oh wait, no, whoops, no, I need to roll to attack first. Nah!
Whoa, that was a noise.
It is a struggle sometimes when you're two characters inhabiting the one body.
You got this. You
Yeah,
got
that's a 23 to hit.
23 to hit? Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
And then a d4. 8 points of piercing.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
8 points, you said?
Yep.
Of piercing?
Piercing.
Okay, this is non-magical, right?
No, I don't have access to a magical weapon, thank you very
Okay,
much.
I'm afraid that is not as effective as you would hope.
Ah.
I figured.
But, noted. Thank you.
And
thanks.
I need to double check something, but because it says favored foe it doesn't seem to be taking up an action, so I'm a little bit confused.
Where are we looking?
It's like a condition. Like once you have successfully made the hit,
Yeah, it's no action, yeah.
you can assign. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to hit with your attack to do it, that's all.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
So it's
In
marked,
that
marked for 1
case-
minute. Yeah.
Cool. In that case,
And remember, you have concentration like you have a spell.
I'm holding a spell, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. In that case, yeah, I think that's all I can do bonus action. All of my bonus actions that I want to do, maybe not yet. Though I think she sees that doesn't go as well as she'd like, and she's like,
Noted. Okay. Emin Pastiche.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and fly over to this Vargeist. We're gonna hit him with my magic rapier.
Okay, look. Shoo.
A 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Okay.
And you have your ally there, so you get your sneak attack.
That is, yep, I do get sneak attack, so that is 11 plus 5, so 16 piercing.
Nice. That's amazing. Like, it hasn't even had its turn yet, and it's lost 40 hit points.
I mean, that's not too long.
Okay, anything else?
No, that's gonna be me.
Okay, yeah, so you just go barreling across the water there. You see it kind of sparkling and glittering beneath you as it swirls, even though there's no river feeding it or anything. And you just lash out with the rapier and cut into the haunch, because you need a good haunch of the beast. And that brings us to its turn now.
John, real quick, a bonus action is not the same thing as a reaction, right?
No.
Right.
I believe you can't take reactions on your turn.
Okay.
You can't take reactions to the first
You
round
can't
of
take
combat
reactions on your turn.
Yeah, I think it has to be off.
You can't take reactions.
Has to be in a different part of the round. Although I've been confused recently. I was watching the Exandria Unleashed,
Unlimited.
Unlimited. Sorry, yeah. And they were casting a spell. Someone was dispelling it, counterspelling it with their reaction, and then the caster used their own reaction to counterspell the counterspell. I was like, how can you cast counterspell on your turn, on your own turn? I thought if someone else in your party had it, they could do it, but I didn't think you could do it yourself. What do you think, chat? What's the verdict with reactions there?
I think usually with reactions, because it is a reactive thing. Like I think something. We've lost people,
Ah, sucks.
Oh,
and we've lost camera. At least on my end. I know that with reactions, from what I have been informed of, that the way that they kind of. Welcome back. The way that they kind of work is that a reaction has to be in reaction to something.
Yeah.
So I'm not too sure if it's a turn-based thing or not.
Right.
Because they often happen outside of turn combat.
I'll have a quick look while we're waiting for Colby here.
Colby, where are
yeah.
you? Return.
I think I'm just gonna use the I'm gonna use my bonus action to disengage.
Oh. Hun, your camera's gone. At least on my end.
Oh.
We can hear you, we just can't see you.
Oh dear.
When I say I can hear you, I'm
Why
being very
don't
generous.
you take your turn here?
There we go. There
Just
we go.
come take your turn here. Come take your turn over here.
Okay.
He's gonna bonus action disengage, and that's the end of his turn. He just turns the router on and off in the hopes that maybe the internet's knitted together by now.
Okay, I'm just having. If the reaction conditions are met, then a reaction can be used. Okay, I don't know. For some reason, I had it in just when that was happening. You know.
I can see that.
I'm just gonna look one thing here to see if I can find his actions in combat. Choose object, making an attack rolls, ranged attacks, melee attacks.
The thing is with the counterspell, World Grim, is that like you expend your spell slot when you use counterspell.
Yeah.
So like when you're casting, counterspell essentially stops that spell from happening, and you lose that spell slot.
But that's the other thing. When I was like, isn't that a bit weird? Because I thought there was no way you could cast 2 leveled spells on the same turn.
Right.
Actually, can you counterspell a counterspell? No doubt somebody is like, this has been one of those things that they've had to clarify,
absolutely.
right?
100%.
It's like, if you've ever played Unstable Unicorns, it's like, how many times can you outname each other?
Yes, indeed. The Games Tavern. How are you doing, my friends? We are in the wrong
Welcome to the
places. Let
stream.
me just shuffle around here. Hello, Reed, if you're there, welcome in, and welcome in, everyone. Good to have everybody here. How you all doing? We are playing Well Beyond the Witchlight. They are battling against a bar guests, the fiends that disguise themselves as goblins so that they can attack and kill. Oh, no, there we go again. This is going to be fun.
Colby just put in chat that he's just gonna come over here.
Okay. Do we have a 2-person screen?
We will. 2 seconds.
Hi chat, we had a thunderstorm. It knocked out our internet. So.
Ooh, I'm the GM now, according to the thing.
No!
I am clearly playing 2 characters is exactly what's happened.
Let's see, what do I want? That one. And that's all good. Boop. And then quick juggle of people. Boom. There we go. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Okay, Corey, super zoomed in. Super zoomed in, Corey. Hang on, let me fix that for you, my friend.
Corey. I was like,
No! My powers, they're fading!
see the truth, you can find it there.
Sorry, folks. Sorry, Raiders. This is not usually how it is.
Hi, guys!
Just perfect timing. You know, when you have
sorry.
goblins.
The technical difficulties, not usual. The banter, yes.
I'm also 2 characters right now, so if you see me switching, that's why.
Okay. There we go. I hope everyone had a fantastic session over on the Games Tavern. Always a good time. My good friends over there doing lots and lots of fantastic charity work all the time, and lots of cool sessions to boot. Okay, that will do us. Boom. Okay, we are reset and ready. Now,
I
sorry.
must feel zoomed in.
The only problem is that we have completely the wrong sponsors on this one as well. Ha ha ha.
I believe in you. We got this.
Okay, so. There we go, folks. Okay, so there we go. That was Emin. You took your attack and you had your sneak attack. Anything else?
Yes,
I'm disengaged.
And,
Disengaged.
disengaged.
Gotcha. believe. Oof. Oof.
Big
No,
woofs.
I know the feeling.
Big angry woofs.
Okay.
Woofs.
Bring. Excuse the sounds there, folks. So let's get rid of a couple of things and bring in this.
It's normally controlled chaos, you say, but however, there's no such thing as a controlled chaos. That's what all people try to tell themselves, especially if they've managed a class. It's like, it's contained.
Of course. Everything's fine.
We have a wild magic barbarian. There's no such thing as controlled chaos.
Okay. There we go. Okay, so welcome back, everybody. All sorted. Now, as we are kicking in here, that brings us to said vicious beastie, who I have not had a chance to plan what it's going to do. So just a moment. Okay. Okay, he is going to, the Barghest, hunches down, and you see its eyes start to glow, like with the red of the fires of hell itself, and you see, these waves of energy kind of emanating from its mind. It seems to be some kind of spellcaster as well. And Emin, I need a actually, is that gonna work? No, that's not gonna work. Daisha, I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. I got 6.
Say again? Sorry, we lost you. What?
I got a 16.
16. Okay.
Does this apply to danger sense to barbarians?
No.
Cool.
Thank you, though.
Also, I'm digging this music.
That's great.
I want to imagine, right, that the goblin, when they were fishing and in their fishing form, they had like a jukebox just casually mounted to the side that they've stolen from some dimension.
Okay. So yep, that does not take effect, and go back to top of the round. Willie.
Villy has lost cover. So is going to strategically maneuver behind Corey. If I can, because I cannot drag Villy's token. And hopefully is still within range. Don't mind me, guys.
And Heroes and Hooligans coming in with the raid as well. Hey, Hooli, how you doing? Hope everyone had a great session. Welcome in, everybody. Both Games Tavern and everyone came with them, and the Heroes and Hooligans just now as well. Welcome in. Good to have you. Do jump into our giveaway for the fantastic one-shot from CGRPG. There you go.
Okay, cool. Alright. The creature's been injured, right?
Yes.
Alright, Villy's gonna make... Yeah, no. Villy's going to spin the T-ball again and cast another Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
It is a... spell attack. 15 to hit?
That misses, I'm afraid.
Scheiße!
Hey, Reed, how you doing, my friend?
There we go.
Okay, so it just slams into the trees behind them.
Yep. And let's see, do I have anything I can do with bonus actions? Alright, nope. That's all I got.
Okay, thank you. Daisha Sesti.
Second verse, same as first. I am going to go ahead and use my Warhammer. Give me 1 second. There we go. That's going to be 17 to hit.
Look at it.
And
Hits.
it is 10 bludgeoning.
Noted. Okay, so yeah, you swing that magical hammer again, darting in and slamming into the creature as it's distracted by casting the spell. And boom, yep, done. Okay. Thank you.
And that's it for me.
Okay. Thank you very much. And that brings us to Kore.
Yeah.
Kore desu.
It is bloodied, so half or less.
Okay.
Oh.
Ah, so frustrating. And there's so many people in the zone too, so I can't do other stuff too. Alright, Kore's just gonna load up the crossbow again, despite it being a little bit more useless than she'd like. Ooh! 24 to hit?
Oh.
Ooh.
Nice. Absolutely, Baron. You know Scarlet's on point.
8 points of piercing damage that I know it's not going to be as good as I'd like it to be.
Fortunately, but yes.
I'm also double checking. I have dreadful strikes.
Uh-huh.
Which I needed. It says that when you hit a creature with a weapon, you can deal an extra d4 psychic damage to the target. It's apparently just something I can do. I'm gonna need to double check that. But that is something that I need to. I'll find out whether or not I've got it later.
It's okay. Wow, the wording on this. You can augment your weapon strikes with mind-scarring magic. Yikes. Chaotic again, good to see you again. Alright. Oh, nice. Hey, so welcome raiders from Chaotican too. They raided into Hoolian and Hoolian came straight into here.
As Baron has mentioned, for anyone who's raided and just joined, I'm switching costumes because I'm playing both my character Corey and then I'm also playing Charlie's character Villy for combat.
Indeed.
Which is why I'm going
Over
Shadza.
here.
So yeah, it's only once per turn, but it's an extra d4.
Oh!
Hey, Hooli.
Oh, very nice. And it's magic.
Why the hell haven't I been using this?
Tutorials.
I gotta write like a little checklist. All right, in combat.
Yeah, like yeah.
Dreadful
there
strikes check.
Dangers
Maybe.
are.
I know.
Alright.
We were speaking about XU before. Brandon Lee Mulligan, I know, makes little flowcharts for new players and things, to show all the stuff that can happen.
Oh, that's fun.
That's
Just make a little
So, am I allowed to use
combat
dreadful strikes on top of that?
Yeah.
All right. In that case, so the way I flavor it for Corey is that the psychic damage is like a coating of flowers, and like enhanced extra vivacious like wild magic surge.
Nice.
Like as like the crossbow bolt flies through the air and like lands in the creature, it has the really like thick, pungent, intense smell of entering a perfumery and spilling a bottle, and it goes straight up the nose and like, oh god, my eyes, they're watering.
Excellent.
Is how I would flavor it. And now I'm back to Billy.
Okay, fantastic. I think yeah, and I like how it says it draws on magic from the gloomy hollows of the Feywild, which is like, it's like, might be Adonis's influence there.
Probably,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, yes. Everyone, Corey has a Fey entity in her hair.
Just casually.
What you do? Okay, thank you. So that was an extra what?
It's an extra 3 points of psychic damage.
Excellent. Okay, done. So yeah, later on, if you get multiple attacks, it'll only be on one of them, but
Okay.
that is every turn. Yep.
Oh.
Emin Pastiche.
All
We
right.
could have been doing this the entire time. I'm fine.
Okay. So we're gonna move back in, and swing on him again.
Okay.
Do I have an inspiration crystal, John?
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna use that. That was
so just
embarrassing.
Everyone
And it is a nat 20.
Excellent.
So-
Good sneak.
This is with your rapier, right?
Yes, it is the magic rapier. Yeah.
Okay, so that is 13 plus a d8, if you'd be so kind.
But also,
13
don't
plus
forget
a
the
D8
sneak.
Plus, is sneak doubled on a crit?
Yeah. It is. So
2
if you're
seconds.
using magic rolls, how many
So
sixes do you
it's
have?
13, so it's 25 plus 2d6 and a d8.
Yep.
Okay, so 25 The D8 was 4. So we're at
29.
2d6.
Plus.
So no,
So
the
that's
main reason I know that.
33.
33 piercing damage. Emin, like, he feels, like, the knightly magic of this sword that Sir Calabar gave him. And he very, like, you know how fencers, like, the rapier, like, up, like, against their face when they're starting a round?
Yep.
He does it, and he kind of, like, flourishes the blade several times and then jabs forward and does this massive amount of damage.
Excellent. Okay, now, you do that, and you just dart down, your wings just blurring through the air. The rapier just stabs deep into its sides, right between the ribs, and pulls out. It is on the brink of death, and it turns snarling. And you heard these. You've heard this, the sunset of ours that we have going here. And you probably dismissed the wing noises as, because it's left over from the Airwolves, but no, I don't play anything in Soundscape that's not there. The wing sounds are actually happening, and it is snarling and you're like preparing for it to make one final desperate attack against you as it's about to die, and then suddenly just all of the trees around you there, you're right in the trees there, just start to just get battered by huge wing beats, and faster than you can even get a good look at it, something swoops down out of the sky and grabs up, and there's just this horrible cry, and it just grabs it, tears the Bergast in half. Daisha and Emin, you are showered in intestines and blood, and the two halves of the creature, the rear half of the creature is lifted away by this assailant from the sky, but the front half with the head and haunches just down to the ground next to you, and something whips up through the trees as we'll be leaving the Jabberwock for another day.
Oh my god!
I would have liked to have been able to see that if possible. And go, excuse me, that's sniping a kill. Thank you very much.
A merest glimpse of this creature that is swooping around here somewhere. And
I can only imagine that Villy's reaction is something along the lines of like,
yes.
Is that normal? It's like,
but he would probably recognize
in his journal.
Yeah, he would probably recognize.
Alright. Aquarium mask is back on. She's returned. I'm fine.
And as the trees whoosh and the branches clatter off each other and the leaves rustle with the passing of this vast creature, scales vanishing over the tree line, you find yourselves back in the forest. And the sounds of thither slowly come back around you as all of the birds and creatures have gone deathly silent. In this sudden outbreak of violence here. But they do return. And I just need to check one thing, sorry.
I'm gross.
Corey.
Don't dip yourself into the Fae pool, dear.
Yes, you're both very, very messed up. Corey, if you would do me the favour of rolling a d8, please.
Hi. D8 をロールして8です。It's 8.
Hey!
You got an 8?
I got an
Yeah.
8.
Okay, thank you.
Like, we always celebrate the high numbers, but should we?
Okay, you roll that 8, and as you do, you start to hear movement from all around the ring. And it seems that the ring of mushrooms all around the edge of this pool were not entirely just natural mushrooms. As you start here. Hooray to the brave heroes, they saved us from the nasty goblin. Hooray to the brave heroes, they saved us all today. And about half of the ring
has horrible flashbacks.
half of the ring starts to move as a swarm of campestries starts to move out from its hiding place where it was standing stock still, pretending to be other mushrooms in the ring, and they start to sing and dance, splashing in the pool, in the little shallows of the shore, and cavorting about, singing in their little nasally, high-pitched voices. And you see that they are gesturing towards you, especially you, Daisha, and Emin, covered in gore as you are. They're like gesturing, like come on, and they're trying to join in here. These are Campestry Phantom. These are new things for Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
Corey steps forward.
Power. Can I make an insight check on these? On this storm?
Can I see if they're trying to curse us eternally?
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to eat my brain.
Sure.
They are a fungus.
Alright. A 14.
You have a -1 to your insight.
Mm-hmm.
A 14.
Oh, you are not wise.
Yeah.
Okay. You see them. They look happy, and they look innocent, and then they look pained. And they start to twitch, like as if they got like a nervous tick almost. And they kind of drop down and clutch at their little mushroom cups. And then they're like... Nasty heroes. Nasties. And... they... Let's look here.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
You know... let's look here. Okay. They seem to be corrupted by something here, and you'd heard about how the nature of Thither was being corrupted by Scab of the Nightshade's presence here, and they're just like, they're like, look at you, murderers covered in blood. You'd probably soon as much eat us as do anything else. Get out, get away. You're not welcome here. Get out. And they just go. They were all like, they were happily singing and being all playful and nice, and then suddenly just go twisted and nasty, and they're just insulting you. And yes, Corey.
Are they affected by the 15-foot spread of flowers and
around
nature
Daisha?
That's around Daisha. Like, is there a distinct difference between those two? Because Daisha's thing comes from zoomies, right? From exuberance.
Yeah, and it specifically says it only works on enemies.
Okay. Yeah, but again, but I mean, like 6 seconds later they would go because the ray would dissipate.
Oh, okay, cool.
As well.
Oh, right.
But
awesome.
then it's
just
quite
double-checking.
It's quite a cacophony here because of the, how many have we got here? 9, 16. Okay, of the 76 toadstools that formed this ring, all of them have started moving. Not just the ones that were campestries. All of them have started moving, and eyes have sprung open on their stalks, and they're all like, "Look at you! Look at you, murderers! The innocent creatures of the Feywild are your prey! You bloodthirsty! You! We know those wizards of the coast. They designed this so you didn't have to do combat. Look at you, you bloodthirsty bastards!"
Okay, no shower then.
Yes, no fun guy here, Phantom.
Oh, how far away is the Bargeist backpack?
It is
Thinking of stealing.
just it's against that tree where Daisha is.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna
so it's like
I'm
10
going
feet
to
as well.
I'm gonna pick it up on our way back to Willie and Corday.
Also,
and,
by
like,
the way, Emin, you know that this is a Fey crossing. The rings of mushrooms in this realm, in this part here, in thither here, are all Fey crossings.
So they lead to some other plane.
You're not sure. Now, we haven't discussed this, but this is something I want to make part of your backstory, if it's okay with you.
Okay.
Your family was living in Grandfather Tree.
Yeah.
And this gives us a nice little connection with your other OC, Krieg, because just over the mountains from Krieg's home, in the High Forest in Faerun, is another Grandfather Tree.
Oh.
Now, this is something I was talking about with Grim Samson, who was in chat there. I was chatting with him yesterday about this, and it's the first time I've talked about it with anyone else, but I will do it publicly for the first time here. In my headcanon, Garden, which several one-shot roulettes have visited up in realm space,
Yes.
a collection of asteroids and earth motes all tangled together with a massive plant organism, which is an offshoot of Yggdrasil, the World Tree. In the Wackyverse, that is not the only offshoot of Yggdrasil. These two grandfather trees and the two elder hearts that we have come across so far, the one on the Sword Coast and the one in the Moonshade Isles.
Right.
If Raveljax is still there, they met that Moonshade Isles one in the community one shot we did. The vast Elderheart trees of the Humblewood locations, those grandfather trees here in the Feywild and the one matching to it in Faerun, are also children of Yggdrasil, offshoots of the World Tree. So, I wanted to suggest, and you can tell me what you think about this, and you'll find, because I don't know if you already had a way that this had happened, but when you left here to go and join the Witchlight Carnival, you actually went to the material plane through the part of Grandfather Tree, which is connected to the High Forest in Faerun, and caught up.
That makes sense.
Caught up with the Witchlight when it was there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Thanks, Papa,
and
for
it
this.
kind of fits Emin's interest.
Did you?
To the material.
Did you have a way that you travelled through already?
No.
Because I didn't think so. Yeah.
Not like a dedicated one.
Right. Okay. Cheers, Papa. So, yeah. So this is, and it gives us another reason why you are concerned with what you heard from the Dryad, because you know that there is this connection through the grandfather tree to the material plane, which in the wrong hands could be rather unfortunate. Now, Emin, do you and Daisha, if I can have you speak for your good lady wife for a moment, do you and Daisha wash yourselves off in the pool?
No, I think that if Daisha were to walk towards the pool, Emin would put a hand on her shoulder and
also, I think
just say,
Willie is prepared to do something as well.
Come on, gross. So, Willie's got us.
You'll be dry by the time I'm done.
What's you going to cast, Willie?
The spell.
There it is. Thank you.
There we
I did it.
Okay, and yes, Willie casts the spell and cleans the two of you off there. And
Corey, sorry.
No, please.
Corey, for her part, because again she's nature in tune ? the Feywilds are kind of her favorite territory. I would like to kind of see, because like they're hissing and being like, ah yes, murderers, right? But I would like to see the reactions from the local nature in this area if I can, because we've talked about how in the swamplands during like things of like joy and stuff, things would change. Have things gotten darker for having these Campestri be influenced by this?
The immediate woodland as well. Yeah, the mood. Like if there were an archfey in charge here, something would be off. Yeah, the mood of the surrounding woodland is also darker.
Okay, cool. The other thing that Corey was really hoping to do, aside from being like sass, put hand on hip, really, thanks we get. Turn on you in an instant. Is she'd like to see the general path, like we saw like that grabs the thing, flies away. She'd like to see the general direction, if she can, of where whatever the heck that was went. Because she wants to know, because would she know about the potential Jabba Jabba the Walk?
She would be aware of the Jabberwocky, yes.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Anytime I hear the word Jabberwocky, I just picture like a dragon that's like making stir fry.
It flew
okay, cool.
almost due up.
Due up. Okay, cool. And it was we
decided in the Feywild there is no north, east, southwest. It's up.
That makes no sense.
Up, right, down, left.
Up, right, or down, left.
So
exactly.
If I can bring you back to the thither map. And this gives me a nice little... Thank you, Scarlett. This gives you a nice little window into our friend Frictionless Dan's upcoming shenanigans. It flew in the direction of those floating islands. See the floating mountains?
Oh, like the floating rocky boys, like these ones?
Yeah.
If it will let me select. Okay, cool. Awesome. Corey spies that, goes, that's something we're gonna have to check out later, I can feel it.
And Emin has let you know that Grandfather Tree is over on this river bend here.
Alright, understood. Are they still chanting at us to like...
Constant tirade of abuse. Yes.
Like...
Sorry, I'm not doing it because it's exhausting.
No, that's fine.
Right.
Like, you'd think for such small bodies they would understand
buzz
that
of noise
it's just a
behind
lot
you.
of effort.
Just focus in for a second. Like, fuck you, murderers!
It's just like
murderers.
And to which Corey like shrugs and goes, "Yes, except you're being fed, so I don't see the problem." For her part. I forgot to mention this earlier, but everyone should have on them, as soon as we started moving that morning, she'd made those little like scent bags of like bundles of herbs to help. I don't like just in character. If they don't help at all, that's fine. But like essentially brain calming stuff. So she takes a whiff of lavender, a whiff of chamomile, and goes, "Well, to Grandfather Tree, come on, fellow murderers."
Yes. But like, there's a fun thing here. Is like if you try and use the Fey crossing with one of these corrupted ones, the mushrooms move apart and break the circle on purpose.
Just like kick little
shit rags. It's like, you little bastards.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
It's the details,
isn't it? Okay. Now, sorry, Emin's not here.
He'll be right back. He's watching. I can hear him watching.
Corey, like after they're cleaned up by Vili, Corey is going to check on Daisha because she was holding her that morning, crying. See, dear, you're fine. There's so many. And they're so annoying.
No. Can we just wait? We're still assuming we're
Mm-hmm.
So your audio's cutting in and out quite a lot.
Yeah. Oh, suddenly coffee.
And then it like has picked up the bag, and is kind of nudging everyone like, okay, this way. We don't want to splash in this pool. It's a fake crossing. I don't want to mess with that.
It's okay. This one's safe though. I just tell the girls. If you try and use this one, yeah, they move away and break it because
they're just like kick lol.
Oh, good. Okay.
So yeah, because they assume people want to use it. Okay, now, as you start to make your move there, Emin, you see another wanted poster for your brother.
I'm going to tear it off the tree.
Okay.
And I'm going to give Corey the big pin.
Thank you.
Now you saw, the first one said, "This sorry wretch has stolen from me. Deliver him to me alive and unharmed, and I'll give you back 10 years of your youth." This one reads,
different.
It's different, yes. This one reads, "This little troublemaker belongs to me. Bring him home alive and unharmed, and you'll win the heart of the one you love."
Sauce.
Big promises.
I don't
Seems your
trust anything
other-
like this.
Okay, so you're carrying
I
on.
didn't.
That's just like, your brother is a big ass around here.
Yeah, he seems to be. And he like kind of pushes the poster and shoves it in the bag.
Corey, for her part, turns to Emin and goes, "So I am assuming grandfather tree and grandmother are unrelated, right? Like, you're not actually related to the tree, because if so,
Gods no. They are not related. In any way. The grandfather tree's been there for much longer than Scabatha.
And we're all acknowledging that the naming of grandmother is a bit awkward."
Yeah.
All right. Never knew my grandmother.
Also, Corey, you know there are a vast amount of hags called Granny something.
I know. It's just like, why label yourself like that? Oh yes, my name is grandmother. It's like, all right, you have had offspring who has had offspring.
I'm just
Objective.
I'm just disappointed that they called it the exact same thing as the one that's in Ghosts of Saltmarsh, but there's no lore
connection
linking them.
Oh,
It's like,
really? It is a shame.
Yeah.
But yes, so
in the Dreadwood outside Saltmarsh. Okay, now, you. Well, by the way, I meant to say, things that you have done here in recent times directly affected Out of the Abyss yesterday.
Oh.
Yay!
Good
Really?
things, bad things.
Well, let's put it this way. It was the cliffhanger ending, and a mote of light appeared over them as they were camping and plunged into the chest of one of the adventurers.
Hey! So that's a good thing.
That is a good thing. I also realized that I had
returned.
forgotten
They don't know
completely
it's a good
about
thing yet,
Snoodle.
so it's good. It's great. And I don't think,
That's even better.
I think Mike's looking at us.
How much?
I've also forgotten about Snoodle this entire time, so Snoodle for their part is trailing along.
Oh,
And
Snoodle.
it's like, Snoodle, don't eat any of the mushrooms, dear. They'll give you a heartburn. It's tempting, though. I understand.
You turn around to say that, and like 3 of the mushrooms are pulling on Snoodle's tail, like dragging him towards the pool. He just like slams them away, and they're just like, yeah.
It's like, I like the concept of slam, because the thing is, as you said that, like, Corey raised a hand, like, about to, and I think if anybody was paying attention, the ends of her fingers started to get a little bit pointy. Underneath the gloves, and then she drops it and goes, "Good darling, come on."
And he just like hisses at some of the other campestry and just like waddles up behind you.
Good darling.
Oh.
Snoodles is a pet crocodile.
Snoodle is a pet crocodile,
Liberated
no doubt.
Yes.
Who is may or may not be a Deinokius.
Yes, a little wild companion there.
I'm not gonna lie, Gulls, I want this like armor for Snoodle. No joke. I want like the little the horn.
That's fun.
Okay. You know that chance for Emin's goblin to come in later. That could also happen there. Just saying.
Excellent.
So, my friends, you.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Go.
The last thing that I would Corey was wanting to take any of see if she could salvage any bones or teeth or any sort of bits of the Vargeist to bring with her for trade.
Sure.
Cool. Just grabs
And
puts in pocket. Awesome.
The goblin is its fake form, so it's just the Barghest. I mean, I think if you're willing to spend the time, it would take time to do that.
Okay, she just wants to yank something obvious. If it's the tooth, dig a dagger in and pop it out of the skull.
And then Villy uses the spell to make it all clean and able to.
Not bloody.
Yeah, unless you want a bloody
Thank
one.
you, dear.
Do you take the skull?
I would the skull's quite large, right?
Pretty, yeah. It's like a melon, watermelon size.
No, she mainly wanted the fangs if she could.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Pop. Kitty!
I love you.
Okay.
I can't cut you down.
So, Clapper Claw also emerges from behind the trees. It's like, is it gone?
Yeah, it's dead. Very, very dead.
Okay. Oh, what a mess. And what's wrong with those campestries?
They're drinking their
figured that
no
one.
juice.
They're saltier than the dead kings. Nasty.
They're having a bit of a day.
Nasty. And
Get out of here.
murderers.
I've been called much worse, dear. You're going to have to do better than that.
And you continue onwards towards Grandfather Tree, and you come across the river, where Emin, you probably played as a child a great deal. And
I think, as they reach that point, Emin probably he starts to show more excitement and anticipation.
Nice. Okay. Is it? Sorry, I lost it. Okay. Now, Emin, let me not put words into your mouth, into your childhood home. What does the clearing look like that you come across as you return to Grandfather Tree?
So the clearing is
The surrounding area.
Yeah. I would say that probably to one side of the tree, there's a modest garden space that's been fenced off, and it's probably got a burnout scarecrow in it. There's a clothesline on the other side. It's very homey. Everything up to and including something that could be considered a mailbox you know, with like it looks, maybe it looks like a big acorn or something. A fashion, like, thing that,
Mm.
you know,
Yep.
put out.
Love it.
And the door, you know, a family of fairies, very big. And you know, it's got like the where the door fits into the trees like kind of curved and like gnarled, denoting like the tree is kind of um and the door has a little window in it. And when Ammon breaks into the clearing, he he'll come down to the ground and just like kind of stand wide-eyed and like take it all in for a minute, while everybody kind of comes in around him.
Okay.
Why do I hear boss fight music?
Oh no!
You are wide-eyed, but not in nostalgia and joy, as you look on disbelieving past the churned-up vegetable garden, the broken-down picket fence, the broken open acorn-shaped letterbox, and beyond that, a gigantic gnarled oak that comes into view as you enter the clearing. Unlike the other oaks in the forest all around you, this tree looks unhealthy. The leaves golden brown instead of green, and a thick carpet of dead leaves surrounds the trunk. Amongst those leaves, there are 3 rusty sickles, and standing next to each of them is a softly bleating goat. Up in the branches of the massive tree, you can see the windows and doorways and exterior construction of your family home, and all of the other little kind of like birdhouse-sized dwellings of the various pixies and fairies that lived with you here in the branches and shared the shelter of Grandfather Tree. Some of those tiny houses made of woven twigs and nestled up amongst the boughs of the trees appear to still be occupied, although your family is nowhere to be seen. And squirrels dart nervously along the branches between these tiny domiciles. As you step out into the dead leaves, crunching through towards Grandfather Tree, there is a shimmering up in the branches, and one by one, the pixies that were living in the tree and were living when you were last there as well, and were invisible and hidden in the branches, shimmer into view.
Guys, last experience with pixies was not good. She's holding her breath right now.
Yeah.
And you hear them all start shouting, Emmon! Emmon! Emmon's home! Emmon's home! And there's just this huge buzz as, I mean, I get this right, the 24 pixies who are living here still just come boiling out of the branches of the trees, shaking off the invisibility and swooping down towards you all, laughing and happily just rushing to meet Emmon as you return home.
remembering that like Charlotte said, our last experience with pixies was not ideal. And then is going to kind of like make a hand gesture to everyone else, say like, it's okay, as if they're saying my name wasn't, enough. And Emin is not going to, he's not really going to move. He's say like,
Are you walking or flying?
I'm on the ground.
Okay.
He's gonna say, it's just like she said. I knew it was probably bad, but this is really bad. What? Guys, it's so good to see you. What happened? How long has it been like this?
And they all just swirling and twirling around the group of you in this little tiny ecstatic cloud, like overjoyed mosquitoes, but they're a little bit larger.
That's awful.
But one of them does, break off from these swooping and whooping and laughter as they're just joyously flitting around you, and you see that it's Breodwill, who you knew well as a child, and just stops and comes and just hovers in the air in front of you. They look a bit haggard. Looks like they've been defending the tree, and they come flitting down in front of you, and they say, "Oh, Emin, it's so good to have you home. These vicious creatures, they came out of the forest just a few hours ago, and they were trying to destroy our houses out of spite."
Over the goat.
And just to be
Pointing at the goats, yeah.
at the, right?
And
They are.
I mean, you know that they can cast polymorph.
Yeah,
The
that
pixies.
was my suspicion. They,
It's like there were three nasty little redcaps.
wait, Bree, what do you mean spite?
They just came out of the forest this morning and started throwing stones at the houses, trying to break them. And you know what it was? Ma and Pa told us to stay here and look after the tree and make sure that none of her minions took over this place. So, we switched. But there's only about 10 minutes left.
Oh.
Okay.
Noodle, no eating the goats.
By the way, these are the red camps that Willie saw.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
these sound like the red cats really saw.
Okay.
Shall we tie them up? Or send them loose on the forest?
I have a better, albeit slightly more gruesome idea.
Like, the Breodwill was just like, we were just gonna polymorph them again. Emin, you've changed.
I won't deny that. It's maybe you're right, Bree. Let's just whoever's taking the next polymorph ship, let them do it. But
Chase them
that
into the woods.
throwing rocks, that doesn't explain the the rock, the dead leaves, what's that about?
They look sick.
Three of the other pixies stop and come and hover next to Beardwell. Amaryllis, Kaluna, and Zinnia. And they come and they whip and say, Bree, did you tell him? No, don't injure the goats. Don't kill the goats. They'll turn back.
No,
I'm aware.
Yeah, we won't touch the goats. But, hey, I don't remember the Dryad's name off the top of my head. Maybe it's
Oh gosh. Nope. Ain't coming to mind.
Corey and Emin, you both know that redcaps without their sickles
Yeah.
are not much of a problem.
Corey is gonna, like, as this conversation is going on, she is going to slowly gather the sickles and then and ask Idonius, if possible, for a bouquet of some sort of flower and try to make a sickle bouquet and disguise it. Just casually, we're gonna do some ikebana, except it's sicklebana, and find herself a nice pot around and just hide them somewhere.
Corey, what's your AC?
That's an excellent question.
No.
I have been looking at Villies. My AC is currently 15.
Okay. You take...
Did I get numbed?
You take... As you see Corey move past and start to gather up the sickles, all three goats charge and ram into you. And you take...
As if I don't see that coming.
Sorry?
As if I don't see that coming, but
Well,
go on.
That's what
Yes.
your AC is. That's your dex to dodge out the way. You take 10 bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
As all three of them hit you. And I need you... they're just pouring at the ground, looking angrily at you. What do you do?
Snoodle! And I, in combination with Snoodle, I say, be good or be dinner, stay put. And I would like to intimidate them, if possible.
Yeah, make an intimidation check with advantage with Snoodles. The Snoodle maneuver.
The Snoodle maneuver. I actually have a... So with Snoodle, I'd like to burn my crystal, actually, because I want this to be decent.
Please.
Alright, it's a 14.
Okay.
I rolled low, but I'm mainly Snoodle has crocodile. It's just
Just opens his mouth, long snoot with all the jagged teeth inside, and the goats meh, 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 and they're kind of like looking away, and they
stay still.
And then,
honestly,
as this is happening, this has probably been about 10 minutes since you arrived. They start to shift and waver and they're and you just see these long bearded, dripping red capped, huge hobnail booted dwarf like figures, and they just start stomping, and they're like, give those back!
And then somebody polymorphs them. Is that what's happening? I mean, that's what I was informed would happen.
Yeah.
So I'm not too.
If you want them to do that. Polymorph is what save?
Wisdom. Or no, sorry, charisma. Wisdom or charisma. It's been a while.
Let's have a look here. Wow, pixies are stacked with spells.
Pixies are lethal. They've got
I
confusion.
Yeah, they got confusion, dancing lights, detect evil and good, detect thoughts, dispel magic, entangle, fly, phantasmal force, polymorph, and sleep.
They're fine.
5 definition.
Once a day each, but wow.
Exude
They have,
magic
like-
dust.
They also like have what is it? They have like a tiny amount of hit points, but their AC is decent. And if you can't hit them for like 2 turns, everyone's screwed.
Yeah, right? Yeah, their AC is 15.
Sleep or
Only
polymorph.
1 HP. Yeah.
They got 1 HP, but they use it. What the do they use it?
The art's so cute. Little pixie. Okay, so wisdom saving throw. Okay, DC 12. How are we doing red caps? Wisdom. Okay, so I need 11 or more. Okay, one of them turns back into a goat. The other 2 are like, "You give those sickles back to your bastard!"
I make a motion to look like I'm gonna break them.
I'd like to see you try. You probably don't have the strength to break a blade of grass.
Do you want to try me? Is that what's
think-
happening right now?
I think at this point, Emin is gonna, appeal to his, posse here and say, guys, I think whoever's on the next shift.
So Corey, they demand the sickles back. You're just refusing to do that.
I am saying just like, and what do I get in exchange?
The chance to defend yourself. You cowardly blackguard.
I'm gonna take my hammer and eyeball a nearby rock for Corey to place them down on, so I can just.
After the pickles.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just refusing to give them back.
I'm asking what I get in exchange. They said a chance to defend myself, and I'm going to give you a weapon so you can attack me. Why?
A good scrap.
Are you just bored? Is that it?
No, we want to dip our hats in your blood.
It's not the first time someone said that, honestly, and that honestly doesn't surprise me.
Come
But
on.
why?
Give it back.
No. Why?
Yeah.
You got to answer my questions first. Why?
Stupid. This Scabatha's gonna hear this. She's gonna hear of this. And quote unquote, if the heroes refuse to return their sickles, the Redcaps scream in fury, swear profusely, and stomp away. So the 2 of them each grab a horn of the goat, and they're just like the goat's kind of like stomping them with its hooves. Like, meh, meh, meh. It's like, aye, you said it, goaty. Ah, you foot rat bastards.
Just like, does anybody want a sickle?
Yeah, piss off to the material plane again.
I'm not. Red caps, honestly, every single time.
That's red caps.
They just stomp off into the trees, and
Took a hefty amount of damage from those ghosts, though.
sorry, yeah, they all hit.
That's a third of my hit pool.
Chunk. And Breedril comes, and he comes over to you, Corey. He's like, "Thank you."
No worries, dear. Now, would you tell us what's going on? Why grandfather appears to be sick?
It's
Because we're a little bit clueless at this point.
Grandfather Tree is more connected with the realm than the rest of these natural trees. But even they are feeling Scabatha's influence ever since the hags turned up. The forest is dying. And Emin, sorry, what was the Dryad's name?
I have it in my notes, believe it or not. Thought I did.
I'll have it somewhere. But
Is it in one of the many handouts you've given?
well, that was also frictionless Dan original stuff. So
Yes, that is true.
but anyway, yes. They say
Maybe they just know her as Nan.
Oh,
Nanny.
grandfather, grandmother, nanny, papa, moo.
Britain's Tollway. There we go. Okay. 2 seconds, my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, Bridwell's, and all the pixies again. There is much rejoicing, yay! And they start to flip around and swoop around, and you see the families of squirrels that are living up there with them. There's 3 different families of squirrels. They also emerge out to the little baby squirrels to come out onto the branches, and they're all kind of scampering around and leaping between branches excitedly.
So sweet.
And
Or is like rubbing her growing headache.
Demelin was the name.
That's right. That sounds familiar.
Briodril said, and without Demelin here to protect grandfather, then it's feeling the corruption much more than everywhere else. It wasn't safe. Your family had to move.
Oh.
Let's see here. Right. They're like, yes, your parents. We don't know what happened to your brother. He keeps popping up in all of these posters. Have you seen them?
2 so far. He looks younger. He looks pretty good. From the last time I saw him, anyway.
Emin, it's because you're so much older.
Well,
And you see, these pixies haven't really aged at all either. Where have you been? What happened?
You're old.
Well, I left for the material plane. I had some things I wanted to pursue, some new skills, new jobs. I wanted to see new things. And have I?
You have to tell us. You just went down into the roots that day and you were gone. And there is that one staircase that your family guards well in the roots of Grandfather Tree, which coils and coils and coils down until it's coiling up. And you emerge on the other side.
It wasn't, I wasn't leaving anybody behind permanently. Maybe I should have come back to visit sooner, and maybe this wouldn't be so bad.
Can you help? Can you get rid of that nasty hag?
I think we can. But
You have to go and see your parents.
of course I do. That's one of the reasons why I came back in the first place. Wait, they're not with her, are they?
No, there are a few places left that are habitable. That's why. Oh, I mean, there's even been pixies fighting pixies for some of the last bits of uncorrupted land. It's getting quite desperate. But no, your folks are in Terrace Town. And you know that Terrace Town is a village of good aligned goblins. Or at least neutral. And
Right.
and but very industrious little place. Built into the terraces of a valley and the trees and things around it.
Segue.
That's not that surprising. I should have known to check there in the first place. Dad always talked about going to visit there. And I know he'd been to conferences and stuff there, but,
Been to conferences, my goodness.
Fae conferences.
It's like, what is it? It's like a convention where it's a costuming convention, except instead of cosplay, it's cosplay.
Nice. Speaking of costumes, I think there might be a few costumes in play on the high seas tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah.
From the sounds of things.
It's the stuff I live for. If you couldn't tell.
I'll be going with the fake costumes as old Jebediah comes back into play.
Yeah.
Now,
I think
you sorry, yeah, go on.
I was gonna say I was going to reach out to Daisha and check on how Daisha was doing, but Daisha is currently MIA. Checking out the woodwork.
It's just
Dice is taking it all in. She was really prepared to smash those sides.
I mean, we still can if you'd like.
Yeah, just
They're right here.
Just bend them, make them unusable.
Would you like to?
Sure.
Corey puts them on the rock. She doesn't care.
Okay.
Bam!
Slam. Yeah, and you just completely bend them out of shape and make them completely unusable.
Is it possible somehow, if we can get any of the metal, I'm just thinking of making like snoodle armor out of sides? Question mark.
I mean, they're there, so you can do with them as you will.
Puts in wraps in some sort of spare clothing to make sure it's not extra pointy. Puts in bag. Snoodle dear, we're going to get you a much better outfit.
My goodness.
Now, I mean, the pixies have a request.
Dun dun.
of course they do.
Quest, let's go.
And they say, I mean, these redcaps, this is just the start of it. I know there's going to be more and more things that mean us ill and want to take over Grandfather Tree. We need to defend it, and our magic is not enough. Even with all of us here, if there is a concerted attack, we will not be able to keep them away. We need to grow some defenses. Now, we have spores and seeds that we can grow into some very wicked little things. But
After main heart.
we need fertilizer. Now, you know how it works. You know, your father used to always say with the garden, the bigger the monster, the stronger the poop, the better the plants. Now, up from here. You remember those floating islands?
I knew this was coming.
Yeah.
Some other folks that passed through recently mentioned seeing a Jabberwock, Emin. A Jabberwock up near the islands. All we need is for the 4 of you to each gather 10 pounds of Jabberwock dung and bring it back, and we'll be able to defend Grandfather Tree.
I had like a voice prepared and everything.
Emin considers these options and remembers the encounter that we had, moments ago. Guys, now might not be a great time. Probably.
So guys, your audio is pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's hard to keep up sometimes.
No, it's the connection. It's not the.
I know, but
Give it a try.
Emin is probably gonna say, now's probably not a good time. That definitely at home.
Yes. It's a nice fresh poop.
Well, right. Well, so after, and then go somewhere else. Then
I mean, it's always off hunting.
I mean, it'll wonder why we stink, but Villy's pressed a spell is decent for wafting away scent.
Well, and actually, I don't want it.
I mean, or your tree does. I thought you liked the tree.
I do have a vested interest in this tree, you guys. The only other problem I can see with this plan is only one of us can fly.
Does
That
the
is
ship
true.
float?
No, it's on floating
Does it?
islands.
Oh, that's a good point. How do we get up there? There's no balloon, unfortunately, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Unless this area suddenly turns to swamp.
I was gonna turn to the pixies and be like, "You got any flying friends that can trying to imitate Emin's cadence, assuming it will make her friendlier and more? You guys got any friends that can lift people?"
Don't you guys? He's gonna point the 4 that he was talking to earlier, and he's gonna say, "And don't you guys start with that pixie dust nonsense. We all know that's not real."
Let's see here. Yeah, it's like. Besides, there are plenty of vines and things connecting the islands together. You just have to clamber over.
Emin remembers our adventure climbing down the side of the bridge at the very beginning of our time here in Prisonier, and Willie splatting into the mud.
I guess good times.
Hey, Cos, how you doing, mate? Thank you for inspiration for Corey.
Oh, thank you.
We have to try, right? And Emin is gonna look at everybody else, right?
Hey, ooh. And the squirrels.
I mean,
nice one, Emin.
well, if you can figure out a way for us to get down safely, or potentially not die falling down a potentially 1,000-foot drop, I'm done.
It's only a D100 feet. It's okay.
D100.
Hmm.
Knowing my hit point pool just got cut down to a third by goats, yeah.
It's about lunchtime here. They do insist you stay for lunch.
Am I?
Oversized acorn cups of soup.
Ooh.
Yes! Butternut soup.
Acorn soup. Let's go. High amounts of proteins and fats in those things, by the way.
So, where? Oh, sorry. So yeah, you you kind of sat here talking. Is there anything you'd like to say to the pixies or to each other you're resting here? Everyone can take a short rest.
Dice is gonna ask about blackmail for Emmett. Like any potentially horrendously embarrassing.
Oh boy.
Most of them are just obsessed with how old he's got.
Wait, no. 10. Give me this. Oh! 10.
One of them tells you that there was a time when he ate some of the wrong mushrooms, and if those were the days still, they wouldn't need you to go and get poop from elsewhere.
No.
Are we inside the house? Or are we eating in the courtyard?
I think like size-wise, probably outside is better. Yeah.
Alright.
True.
Corey is during this short rest time. She is going to close her eyes, and kind of like while everyone's like joyously and Daesh is like harassing pixies for the opposite flavor.
Tell me more.
Tell me more. And Evan's being harassed by family, and it's like she kind of like tunes this out. Like Snoodle probably crawls up into her lap, as they enjoy acorn soup, and she gives Snoodle like some of the rabbit jerky. And she's gonna close her eyes, and she's going to tune into Idonius for that equivalent that we talked about commune. Yep. She is going to close her eyes. Imagine shiny rocks, and as like she's lightly clacks a couple of things for counting, she asks, do you know is there a way to climb the floating island safely?
There is a flurry of blooms, almost in a positive way, and you see a vision of a single sturdy-looking vine reaching up to the lowest of the earth motes floating in the sky, as you can see on the map.
Yep. Her second thing would be, is the Jabberwocky controlled by anyone?
Uncertain.
Right.
Just buds. I think the equivalent here is that it blooms positively or wilts negatively or just buds, but then goes neither way.
Yep. Cool. Uncertain. And to which she goes, that's frustrating. And the last thing she asks is, ooh! Thank you so much.
Thank you, my friend.
And the last thing that she'll ask is, are there allies on the way to the Jabberwock Slayer?
Bloom.
Or are there potential allies?
Mhm.
Bloom. Okay, cool.
Bloom, and there is a strong scent of peppermint.
Peppermint. That's interesting. Thank you, dear. She takes one of like the the scent of peppermint and like offers it to Snoodle for a sniff.
He's like,
No, I know. But you're going to be sniffing much more intense things given the way that dust works in this area. Grumpy. Huff. I hope you get nice and big and grumpy.
And you have called him off from eating a pixie or two.
Yes, it's just like, no, dear.
Just like
Emin's family is not for eating.
Snaps at one that's buzzing by. Oh, Cos, thank you, mate.
No.
Emin, like while all this is happening, as the soup is being passed around and dished out, he'll take his and he's going to fly up into the branches of the grandfather tree.
Okay.
And he's gonna kind of look around near like the center mass of the tree as he comes probably about halfway up. And he, like, there's a two noticeably warm spots on this branch. And he'll take his spot closer to the center of the tree. And he's going to spend the short. He's going to kind of like put a hand on the center mass of the tree and say to himself, I am going to fix this. But I'm going to need more help. And he's going to cast Find Familiar.
It cometh!
And he's going to spend that hour kind of meditatively doing the ritual casting. And once the spell has been cast, next to him in the other spot is an owl. And
just like
it's
frogs. I really wanted another snail.
No, that's fair. But it's like just a barn owl. Like with a very stark face. And he's gonna open his eyes at, like when he hears the owl alight onto the pot, and they're both like looking at them. They both kind of turn to look at each other, and
the owl's head 360.
Yeah,
it's just like yeah.
extend a hand out the owl, and the owl, like it kind of buffets his hand away, and then like moves, and hey, it'll take time.
And the owl spreads its wings almost experimentally and gives a little shake and fluffs up its feathers, and then and does a lap of the tree in and out of the branches before looping back round to you and alighting on a branch just up by your ear. And it just kind of affectionately nibbles at your ear.
Aww. I think Corey from her part below sees this with her stupidly high passive perception and no turns down to Snoodle. Do not eat that one. I mean it. Don't pout at me. We'll get you a nice big
somehow
fat...
manages to pout. Is it?
It's like as Snoodle pouts, she goes, "Don't worry, we'll get you a nice big fat rabbit soon."
An alligator might have.
I'm trying to think. And also, sorry, quick break there. Negative 2 charisma. Thank you so much for the raid and those follows as well. Thank you. Hey, Cells Rolls. That's a familiar name. How you doing, Cells? Now, everyone. Thank you for those follows. We'll be giving you our followers Discord invite after we go offline. Cheers, Mark.
Done.
Welcome in, everybody. And we have a Discord. So I just said that. We have a giveaway going as well. That's what I was meant to say. Jump in! Exclamation mark enter if you want a chance to win fabulous things.
We need to get Daisha back her snail. Everyone's got a pet right now, but Billy.
Well, I guess Billy doesn't have a pet. Never had a pet. So
but if we consider what warlocks, if we consider what warlocks are, is Billy the pet? This is a serious thing. Like, I had this talk with somebody. It's like, are warlocks just pets? And everyone's like, I don't know how to answer that.
There's summoned familiars.
It
tracks.
Hey, good luck, Quilly. Okay, right. So you spend this relatively peaceful time at Grandfather Tree here and enjoy the food, the pixie food. Very light, but filling. And no results. And you are free to continue on your merry way, or whatever you would like to do.
After do you come down with the barn owl?
Yeah, I know we need to be introduced.
Yeah. So Emin will he'll fly back down to ground level, and he's kind of hovering there, and the owl is going to fly out down and out of the tree, and just very clearly headed for Emin. So how does everyone react to that?
Did you get yourself?
Dice is gonna be like duck.
Duck.
Huh?
Duck. Oh, yes. There's a duck behind. It's like Corey catching on. Oh yes, no, you have a duck behind you, dear.
Oh, well. Oh no. Not a duck. It's an owl.
Yes, no, we know that. We're just double checking.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, he's with
At
me.
least.
Did you find him?
Did you make a deal with an owl?
No. Maybe?
You don't remember?
No, I don't know if it's a deal of sorts, but he's a friend.
Did they have a name?
He hasn't told me yet.
Corey turns to the owl. Is there some way we should refer to you as, dear?
Who?
Alright, who it is. Until told otherwise. I'm working on it. Would you like some rabbit?
He just got confused because you called him a deer instead of an owl.
I mean,
He's like, who? Me?
dear. Yeah, like, would you like some rabbit?
It would.
Corey does the interacting with an animal thing.
Is it rabbit or Harangon?
No, it's rabbit.
Okay.
She hasn't made Harangon yet.
Good.
It's on the list. It's on the list.
Yeah.
It's on the list, and Stoodle gets first bite, as been promised. But yes, it offers it like does the thing that owls do, no doubt.
Yes.
And it's just like, at least okay, that makes 2 of us that can fly now. That's a bit better than before.
Does it always eat like that?
Emin almost says something, like in a way that like makes you kind of weird too. But he thinks better of it, and
Wise man.
he's like, yeah, that's how owls eat. You never seen an owl before?
They don't hang around. They're usually, they. Right?
Right. Oh, all right. But yeah, it always freaks me out too.
That's sassy.
Quite on the
Anyway.
opposite end is like, ooh, yes, consume.
Now, Emin, you know that your journey, if you go to the right of the central mountains, that will lead you towards the floating isles via Terraceville? What was it called?
Terrace Town.
Terrace Town, thank you. Yeah, alliteration for the win. Yes, and you know that would lead you through Terrace Town towards the floating isles there, and also you know that the reports that you received from Nib and the others suggested that if you were to continue past the floating isles after that and continue and curl around the top of the mountains there, that was the last sight as seen of the vast tree ant that your brother Amex and the getaway gang were using as a hideaway. As we can see, top of the map there.
Okay, we've got a lot of points to hit.
And this grandfather tree also looks very similar to this, but it's not an ant, so it can't move. But if you're looking for a visual, that's a very good representation there.
Right.
Zoom.
Before they get ready to,
I love that art so much. Oh my god, it's so good. Have you zoomed right in on the tree end?
Yeah.
It's so good. Sorry.
No, you're good. Before Emin, before they leave, or even start getting ready to leave, Emin is going to, he's going to go over to the door of the house.
Okay.
He's going to put a hand on the knob to open it. But he's going to stop. Not going to open the door.
Okay.
And he's going to say to himself, no, I think I better wait on this.
Too many memories.
Yeah. And he'll say, it,
yeah, you think the vision of all those just knickknacks, right? The pots, the pans, the dressers, the cupboards, and the doilies on the table, and everything, and knowing that your parents were forced out,
right?
It would be a bit much.
Yeah. It ain't a home if it's just me. So we'll wait on that.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Corey remarks behind you, essentially going, homes don't tend to be places, they tend to be people.
Then jumps.
Not
You
trees are
definitely
people.
scared him.
Apologies, dear.
No,
I was wondering if...
I guess
But
that's
trees are
kind of what I
people
meant.
too. At least here. Not everyone can hear them. Or see them the way they want to be seen. If this is home, home can be united, but home is wherever you make it, if the people are right.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of what I mean. Anyway,
You're fine.
we
If we can.
will. And the first step to that is well, that's like step 3 or 4. We'll figure it out. But
She's like,
first,
Tori clacks on her abacus.
we
Yes,
need
this many.
to head for the floating isles, and on the way, we are going to pass by Carousel.
Where we
Pass
can find
through.
allies?
One more time.
Where we can find allies?
Probably. That's where Mom and Dad are. My parents.
If they're your parents.
Yeah, but everybody has a mom. So everybody has parents. That's just what I call them. I don't know if you guys should call them that.
And Dicer starts walking in the definitely wrong direction towards it.
Emmett is gonna
Spelling
fly
this way.
right around in front of her, and like, oh no.
He's walking.
Come on, Snoodle.
Yeah. Shall we make him like a Pokemon? He's like, Snoodle, Snoodle.
Oh my god, Snoodle turns into Feraligatr when ferocity is unleashed.
Ooh.
I'm
That would
just
be
picturing
fun.
like Totodile now. You turn
Right.
Corey into
Yes.
a Pokemon trainer.
You hear through the trees, Abbott! Abbott!
Except it's a snail, so it's more like
Like Slowpoke.
Slow.
Charlie, yeah, Grandfather Tree was clearly sick and was being attacked by redcaps, but the pixies left behind by Emmon's family to defend it had polymorphed them, and they drove them off and
Oh yes.
have been resting. I hope you had a good night.
I did my best, Charlie. Sorry. I tried. I had glasses
Oh, it
and
was
everything.
It was. You'd be proud. You'd be proud.
I was running you for combat.
Yes. You know, the funny thing is, the idea there was to attack you with something scary, and then for that to be just obliterated by the Jabberwocky. So you'd be like, oh, that thing was that, and then the Jabberwocky just did that, but then you guys just tore through that fucking Vargas so easily.
I mean, a nat 20 with sneak attack, yes.
Such a
That's fair.
hymn of the DMs.
I think Corey will actually
folks.
probably though.
Look at the CR and then choose a creature about 4 CR higher.
I think, at least with Corey, she's going to be, especially after that, one of the things I'm hunting for in the future is some sort of magical crossbow. Or magical ranged weapon, because, if she can't do any damage, then that's concerning.
Yes. Although the presence of a fiend was a rare thing.
Right.
I'm not sure
But
about-
still, the
I'm not sure
Feywild.
about how many. Yeah, I'm not sure how many Fey and stuff have that same kind of immunity to the non-magical stuff. But anyway, yes. Noted. You say your goodbyes, Briadwyl and the other pixies, gather up armfuls of those golden fallen leaves from the ground and do like the Feywild equivalent of a ticker tape parade. just showering you with leaves as you leave.
Corey tries not to think of the existential crisis of death in autumn alongside like throwing like grandfather's like dying leaves over us, and we're like, I feel like we've been cursed, but all right, let's keep going.
And you make your way once more into the dark, shaded, dappled sunlight of the forest. And just jump back here.
Music change.
Yes.
Again.
Okay. Now. Let's see here. You start to make your way up, excuse me.
Up.
And round about halfway between Grandfather Tree and that next mushroom ring. What would Corey and Emmon do you think? Would they want to check on the other rings to see if they were corrupted as well, or give them a wide berth, or what?
Honestly, I think Corey's maneuver would be to move in quietly. One of the things I forgot to ask the pixies was if Scabatha had any agents like the Lawnlings around. So if there was anything like that.
The only thing you've heard of, I think, who did you hear it from? But you heard about they have these kind of like almost like toy soldiers.
Yep.
Guarding their home.
Specifically the home.
But it wasn't really mentioned about anything further afield.
I suppose the other thing is like keeping an eye out for signs of those wanted posters, because the thing is, if somebody is putting those up, that's someone working for Scabatha, right?
Right.
So if they've been like marked fresh, she's looking for tracks as well.
Okay, give me a survival check.
What? As a ranger?
We
No.
do on occasion like to roll this.
Non-natural 20, muddy 20.
I wish this ambience was a little louder.
More spooky.
No, louder. I like it. It's supposed to be. This is supposed to be. This is not like the creepy swamp before. It's just so. I have it on like for chat back so they can hear it on stream. I've got it at max volume. It's just completely maxed out.
It's quite loud. It's quite quiet, yeah.
Right. What's that? Chill. Hermit Baron, we don't have a permanent link, but if you give us a follow, we can send you a Discord invite. If you have followed us before. If you're a follower from a while ago and your link has timed out, give us a shout, because I figured out how to do permanent links. Okay. Both Baron, both. Okay. Do spread the word far and wide, my friend. That's what it's for. As cool, Hermit. Okay, I'll double check on that for you. As you are. Oh, who's nice things? Thank you for the cheers. Thank you. Legend. You are making your way through the trees. And you hear something crunching around in the forest. And you do see some large tracks of some beast or other. It's quite strange. There's these large animal tracks, and then two lines. which it's not a constant. It's like this is not like a muddy area, but in the moss, you know, where the moss has been pushed down, you see there's different animal tracks which are wider, and then inside the animal tracks there are these two. I mean, yeah, it cuts in and out where where it goes over harder ground or something, but there's these two lines as well.
Like something's being dragged.
Yeah.
Do I recognize the animal track?
Give me a nature check with advantage.
Thank you for the advantage. 12.
Okay.
First one was so fun.
They are owlbear tracks.
Oh yay!
Oh.
That's the reaction of someone who's
they
had very
look
kind
mechanical and-
GMs.
No, I've been the GM. It's just like, oh, owlbear. Careful now. Owlbear with company. Be careful.
Okay.
Okay. Do they look very fresh, like they've only just been made, or do they look like they were there for a while?
Give me a survival check again.
24.
Nice. Quite recent.
Like within the last hour?
I mean, that's difficult to tell. Sorry, just
Okay.
the ground isn't that easily marked.
And like that of you. Okay, cool. They're nearby. Be careful. They seem keenly on their way. Perhaps they're headed to that town.
So, how would you like to proceed with this new one?
Well, with that information, Corey is probably going to want to proceed. Not stealthily, but carefully.
Okay.
Like, she doesn't know what kind of creatures are within here. Like, she won't advise the same as the others. But I think if, like, I don't know if she's scouting ahead or not, but if she does, that's what she's going to do.
Mm-hmm. Are you scouting ahead?
I'm asking the others.
Yeah, what do you think?
Would you like me
Oh,
to
if
scout
you
ahead?
should scout ahead?
Or the more stealthy of us should? Or the not as
Dysa looks
stealthy of
down
us?
at her hammer and her.
I mean, if you'd like to scout there, I'm not going to say no.
Emin will probably take, especially with his new owl friend, who has hearing and sight.
Ooh.
Alright. Good luck, Lou.
So does Corey tell Emin about owlbear tracks?
Yes. And
Okay.
mentions that they probably have a companion.
Yeah.
They had somebody. Were the tracks quite weighted into the dirt, or were they like lightly kind of going across?
So
Was it a
it was
scurry or a stump?
It was a good check. It looked like it was moving quite quickly,
Alright. Whatever it is, it's carrying light.
and perhaps on the run.
Ooh. And moving quickly.
Hmm.
Ooh. Check behind you then. Yes,
You-
sounds good.
You are walking the exact same path which the Jabberwock flew off in.
Oh, scared of Jabberwocks. Fair.
That makes sense. Okay.
Oh,
We'll
a scared little owlbear going.
we'll proceed and make sure to keep an eye forward. And probably like with flight, I can probably maintain a decent vantage point. Like if I fly No, that probably would. Canopy is probably next page.
The map is very accurate. That it is
Yeah.
just completely covered.
Yeah.
Just little, you know how like sunlight, like beams of sunlight will slant through here and there. But apart from that, it's just
Dappled
Cool.
lighting.
That's fine. Yeah, I think Emin would try to make like a higher point with the owl
Okay.
as we carry forward.
Okay. So are we sending the owl off scouting?
I think we would be together.
Okay.
Partners, teammates, flirty folk.
Cool. Daisha, what are you and Willie doing?
I say that Willie would also be unawares enough that both me and Willie would be like, and like
Chatting away.
I would say like.
and did you see how many pixies?
I definitely feel like Corey's traded places and is like sticking behind the pack now a little bit just to make sure that like we're not being followed.
Yeah. Corey's doing a rear guard.
Yep, doing rear guard,
Okay.
keeping an eye out.
Okay. So, Emin, do you want to make me a group stealth check for you and your owl?
Yeah. Stealth check. I just pictured the owl like taking two wings and just like painting mud across the front of its like white feathers.
It's full apocalypse now. Just emerges
Owl
out of the
has
river.
+3 stealth. So
That's Snoodle. 3?
I got a 9. The owl got a 16.
Okay.
Huh?
Not bad. For the so, okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
Now, let's have a look here. Okay. As you're flitting forwards, trying to, keep to the trunks of trees and things, you come round one of these large trunks. These very large trunks, you don't have very good visibility. You come round one of them, and there's a low-hanging branch, and you just go straight into it. There's a big crack as it breaks, and a very large sound there. And you hear off beyond a sound.
How close does it sound?
It is. Very close.
Oh god, not again.
And
Was it above?
No.
Above or below me?
No, it's on the ground.
Okay.
Now, let's see here. Okay, so yes, you hear this sound ahead of you as whatever is out there is definitely aware that you are coming after hitting that branch. And as you come round, you see in a small kind of clearing ahead of you a very large owlbear in the two spits of a chariot whose wheels have been making these other markings.
Like a rickshaw?
I can show you.
Oh no.
Oh, that is a majestic looking owlbear. It's a majestic looking thing that
Hold
looks
on, we're coming in.
suspiciously like royalty.
So, that is the expression it is giving you as it turns towards you.
We just got.
You gotta wait to
Whoa.
see it.
Wow. Yeah.
Now, it's clearly semi-domesticated.
That chariot looks in bad shape.
It's been dragged through some bushes and trees, you think? Yeah.
And it's very empty.
And it's very empty.
That I would probably have to get
Clacks
to that symbol.
clacks its beak angrily and growls at you.
And your owl is a top fish.
Can your owl talk, Owlbear?
No, I think any of us has.
The owl could look like.
We all heard this?
Did we all hear this?
The rest of you would hear the growl, yes, definitely.
Is it looking at me?
Yes.
Okay.
Ori hears this and like hurries, but doesn't sound like she's pitting out into a run.
Okay. I think that given the image that I'm looking at, Emin is gonna come down into the clearing.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get a look at the symbol that's on the owlbear's. Does it look Summer Court-esque?
Give me a perception check.
Couldn't hear that.
I haven't been given a crystal back yet, have I?
Yes, you have. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I would like to use it.
Okay.
That was miserable. I rolled the exact same thing.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's a 5.
Okay, you're gonna have to tame this beast and get a closer look, I'm afraid. From a safe distance, you cannot make it out.
Okay. Oh boy.
The noises.
It's a great half growl, half hoot.
Yeah, right.
You silent.
Oh.
Do it Looney Tunes style.
I too am a friendly. I swear.
That might just make it like weirdly. Okay.
Are you in? Have you assumed the fetal position? Like what are you doing?
So, I say, Corey Daisha, you catch up at this point.
Oh, hello, dear. You're a gorgeous beastie, aren't you?
It's like its feathers and everything down its neck just kind of like bristle up as there's more, as it sees there's more of you. It looks very defensive.
Corey, give it some rabbit.
Also, Corey,
Yes.
there is
Do I recognize this?
a bristling. There is a bristling and a ruffling of vegetation in your hair as well. And thank you, Daisy, for inspiration back to Emin there.
What is it? Corey's reaction is just like, okay, what did you do?
Corey, sorry, remind me. Did you visit Adonius over there? Right?
Yes.
You did, didn't you? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Then you also recognize the design of the chariot. This is definitely Winter Court.
Oh, is someone in trouble? But also that does not bode well. Where is your rider? Do I know anything about Winter Court wrangling of owlbears?
You know that a successful animal handling check would bring the beast into your employ.
Alright, Corey, after dealing with snails, and apparently just likes animals, but that doesn't surprise me at all. She is going to, in combination with rabbit jerky, the kind of her last big hank of it, because she's used a lot of it by this point. Rabbit jerky, and like like a deep breath in and like a calming, like lowers her form down, makes it like eases up and goes, "It's okay. Are you hungry? Were you scared by the Jabberwocky? It's all right."
Now, I mean, Daisha, do you have any way to assist here?
Animal handling, like, I just like also like make soothing sounds.
Okay.
You can play music.
I will. I will play.
At the lar.
I'm gonna play the Solar.
Yeah.
What is it?
18.
Corey recommend. Who?
But you just rolled initiative. What are you planning here?
I didn't roll initiative. I didn't touch a
Oh, it
button.
just popped up weirdly.
That was not me.
Yeah. Must be old.
Alright, so am I rolling animal handling?
Yes, indeed. With advantage, because Daisha's assist with the reed whistle.
Emin is
Alright.
going to back away. Like he's
With
going
advantage.
to.
I'm no good at
He's
this.
gonna give them space.
23.
Woo!
You
Alright, come on.
hold out the rabbit's jerky and very slowly move forward. Daisha plays owl-adjacent sounds on their musical instruments. And you approach, and there's a couple of times where it kind of like snaps and lunges.
It's
But then-
every time it snaps at lunges, she's just like, "Oh, that's very cute. Calm down. It's all right."
And it snuffles.
Look, I've got rabbits.
And then it's darts forward and snatches it from your hand.
Oh.
And then just like puts it onto the ground and is just like just like mush. And you keep moving forward, and then you touch the feathers on its neck, and it
I'm going
doesn't lunge towards you.
I am going to aim for that one spot just behind where an owl's ear is, just around the base, kind of like. Also, like owl's ears are like here. It's like she's aiming for like jawline, roughly about here, and give it like the. And there's something oddly more Fey-like about her since we entered this area,
Mhm.
and like gives it like a little bit more of a more thorough scritch. It's like, it's okay. Has the harness given it any soreness?
No.
Okay.
No, it's very well made.
Okay. Good.
But you see it is made from the boughs of a juniper tree.
Oh dear. Alright. Is your do you have a name, dear one? Are you okay? That calms it down. Darling, should I be petting this bear right now, or are you in massive trouble again?
I aim the Solar.
Just like.
You look at that emblem on the front as it finishes the owl jerky and looks up and looks around, looks up to the sky, looks up to the canopy several times. And you see that the emblem there on the front is of Adonius' household.
Do I have a name for this one? Do I recognize this bear then?
No, so.
Oh my goodness. Oh, you poor thing. But hang on.
But it looks
Darling,
like...
isn't this?
Mhm.
She turns to. She's looking at her. Who? What's her hair doing?
Curious.
Is this a childhood pet?
You don't think so, but
Okay.
it looks like perhaps someone came in search of Adonius.
Oh.
Was found by a Jabberwocky. Because as you kind of finish up, and Daisha, as you kind of come over, still playing a little bit, you come over and you look at the chariot. You can see there is semi-congealed blood and two and a deep raking of claw lines across the wood on the interior.
Oh dear.
Seems a shadow fae did not have a good day. But the creature does acquiesce, and one of you has wings. The chariot is big enough for two, and one may ride.
The hype.
So, if you excuse me assuming, as Daisha and Willie clamber into the chariot.
Take care of Snoodle, make sure he doesn't bite your toes. Passes over the baby crocodile to Daisha. Or to Billy, whoever's like reaches out for it.
He scowls.
Take care of him.
I'm not a baby crocodile, I'm a dwarf crocodile.
Oh, wait, no, hang on. Dwarf crocodile, really? Wait, no, I've always been informed you're a baby crocodile. My bad. It's like, please hold on to the dwarf crocodile. Careful, if it gets nippy, just give it a ration.
I look at it very seriously. I look at the crocodile very seriously and I go,
and Corey, you swing up onto Juniper's back.
Oh, wow! Feelings right now.
And
Juniper.
Emin, as you and your owl buzz overhead, and Juniper pulls the chariot with the other three through the trees. We shall leave thither and the Feywild for now, as you continue up through the forest towards Terrace Town and Emin's parents. Which is where we shall be next time. So, do join us as we dive into more of the wonderful mind of Frictionless Dan.
Woo!
And there will be a giveaway from Frictionless Dan next week, so do not miss that. But today we have a giveaway from CZRPG as we wrap up here. If you are not already entered, !enter in chat for your chance to win the fabulous one-shots that we have on offer today from our friends at CZRPG. And we shall see who the lucky winner is in just a moment. Okay, my friends. So, thank you to everyone who joined us today. Thank you for those raids. Everyone who stuck around from those raids. Thank you so much. Absolute pleasure to have you all coming through. And all of you who are here. And those of you who were from the very start, thank you so much. This is one of our longer sessions, as we like to indulge. We have a little bit extra time than usual. So, thank you all so much. And we look forward to seeing you again very soon. Corey, where can they see you very soon?
Hi everyone, I'm Scarlet Song, she, her, and I usually play Corey here, and today I was also very grim, briefly. Really, I tried. I'm sorry, Charlie, if I stuffed it. Go in.
it was beautiful. Don't apologize.
I'm usually at Scarlet Song _. I'm also one of the bards at the College of Inspiration. And I am an artist and illustrator for hire as well. Phoenix, I linked you a picture. I'm not too sure if you got it in time, but
Sorry.
it's all right. My commissions are going to be open at the end of July, early August. I'm currently in the midst of doing I do campaign posters. I do very big painted
I thought you were about to say
pieces.
campestry posters.
I mean, campestry.
Sexy mushrooms.
If your campaign, if you have I do sexy kobolds. That's been a couple ones I've done recently. Somebody wants to have they love their kobolds and they want a full calendar made, and I'm like, I'm down. But yes,
that's cool.
Right. So, yeah, nice to meet you. Check those socials out. I'm most active on Twitter.
Thank you.
For the tweetings.
All of the links over there. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm slowly getting Discord open so I can grab that and I will show it before we are done. Okay.
That's my most recent piece.
Daisha and Emin. How about you good selves?
We have with stuff on and such. On you're gonna be Australian art vending machines, like the one we have here in Orlando. If you guys are interested, you can find us. We're Vex Vending on Instagram. We're also on Facebook, and we have our own website, vending.com. But we are most active on Instagram.
Okay, there's the Instagram
National
link over there.
artists. If you are a artist, a national artist in the U.S. that is looking to have your stuff put into cool art vending machines, we're getting ready to open our artist submissions because we have a couple lined up. So
Sorry,
reach out.
We're losing so much of that. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Little bits, tidbits there. Something. But
Something
to check out the Instagram. There's all sorts of amazing things and cool things going on over there. Thank you. Now, we are QuestJunkiesUK, and you can find us back here in a matter of hours. 7 hours from now, we shall be returning to Chesenter for CZRPG's Chessenter's Tyranny, their upcoming adventure, forward written by a certain Mr. Greenwood of Forgotten Realms fame. And we are getting to play through that before its release and sneak peek it for all of you. So come and join us as we adventure on through into Chesenter again. Then, tomorrow is the day we are finally taking to the high seas. Our mini summer campaign is coming with all of these wonderful people. Is it drag and drop? Anytime.
You can do it.
Come
I believe.
Snap.
Try again. There it is. Okay. Join me as the DM as I take these fabulous adventurers off to the high seas. Tally and Kaz the DM, Vicky and Patch from QuestJunkiesUK will be joining us as their Robin Hood-esque pirates. They are good people at heart.
Yay!
They are certainly pirates in the eyes of some particular people. But we will be hitting the deck running tomorrow as we take off to the high seas. Brought to you by Trollord Games, CZRPG, and Phoenix Dice. Your chance to win. Lots of goodies over there, so do not miss a fabulous story with some fabulous people and fabulous prizes to boot. Now, that'll bring us around into next week when we have Icewind Dale, Out of the Abyss, Barovia and Beyond, and back here to the Feywild. So, do hope that we can see you very, very soon. But that is all for today. So, before we head off raiding and go and say hello to somebody else, let us see who is going to be the lucky winner of today's giveaway. Closing up those entries.
Dun, 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 dun.
Good luck, everyone, and boop. Mooncloud. Is Mooncloud still around? Let's check. They were here right at the start. Are they there? Are they there? Are they there? Check. Yes, they're still logged into chat. I see them. And congratulations, Mooncloud. And thank you for being with us from the very start. Congratulations on that. I will be sending that off to you very soon. And you can enjoy. Congratulations, indeed, Fanit. I'm sorry, your luck. Your apparently famous luck was not with you today. But do join us again. We do have giveaways on all of our streams, and you can find the chance to win lots of cool stuff next time we are going live. Yeah. If you are not already, give us a follow. Jump into that followers Discord. Get all the sneak peeks, all of the information about what is happening with the channel, and all of the tangled web that is the cross streams of the Wackyverse. And we shall see you all again very soon, my friends. Also keep eyes on that Discord for news of me appearing over on Dreaded GM, I believe. I'm not quite sure of the details, but that is going to be happening very, very soon. As they're doing a charity stream, and we always like to help each other out in those times. Now, who is online? Any of the stream team kicking about? Everyone do check out our stream team, link below to all of the fabulous folks that we have. Let's have a look here. Nobody from the stream team on at the moment. Okay, but let me send you in the direction of another fabulous artist. We have Scarlet Song, the Scarlet Song right here. But let us go and say a konnichiwa and a hi hello to someone who is in the same geographical location as I, another Brit over here in Japan. Hoshi is online at the moment. They are a very, very lovely person and a very talented artist. So let's go and say hi, hello to them. Please give them a shout. Say hello. Give them a follow if you're not already. Lovely, friendly streams going on over there. And we shall say hi, hello from everyone here at Phoenix Wacky. Okay, thank you, everybody. Absolute pleasure as always. And we will see you all again very, very soon. But stick around for that raid if you've got them. Let those phoenixes fly. But till next time, as I like to say around these parts, Oyasumi nasai.
Oyasumi.